Live from Bucks Arena. It's Sunday. It's the D-League Radio Game of the Week. The Vicious Squirrels against the Ridgemont Tall Boys. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to D-League Radio and D-League Radio TV. We are live at Bucks Arena. We are here for the Game of the Week between the Vicious Squirrels and the Tall Boys. I'm John Reichert of D-League Radio, and I'm joined today by the Commissioner, Matt Whips. Matt, what a matchup we have here. I've been looking forward to this game all week.
John, this is going to be a great game. These teams with not identical records do have identical points. Both 18 points.
They do.
Good for third in the Schroeder Conference, so today is going to break that tie. Unless we end in a tie.
And this is a matchup with some firepower. Both teams have a lot of firepower, guys that can put the puck in the net. The Squirrels are led by the Bradford brothers, and then you have the Tall Boys can answer fire with fire there.
Yeah, the Bradford brothers combined have 27 goals. So, and then the Tall Boys have very balanced scoring. They got Josh Van Manen leading the way with 10, Keith Colgan with 8, and then Flounders and Casper Bauer with 6 apiece. So, yeah, I don't look for a 1-0 game today. We're going to have some goals here.
We have some solid goaltenders. Dave Brown for the Squirrels. We have Sean Sparks in net for the Tall Boys. And, again, yeah, the firepower alone is really going to put them to the test today. Again, I agree. There's not going to be a low-scoring game today. I see this one 5-4, 6-5.
Well, it's funny you say 5-4 because on October 24th, the first time these teams met, it was 5-4 in favor of the Tall Boys. So I look for something similar today.
We have to tell you that today's broadcast on D-League Radio and D-League Radio TV is brought to you by the Keg Stand, 3530 in Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines, home of D-League and the home of D-League Radio. They are known for over 90 beers on tap. And, Matt, they're going to hit the century mark on that one of these days. Half-price wings on Wednesday. They have food and drink specials every night of the week. They're open 7 days a week till 2 a.m. That's the Keg Stand. We couldn't work without them. And they are in West Des Moines. Please check them out. Ryan Greening and his staff do a fantastic job, and they pay the light bill here at D-League Radio. But we are 30 seconds away from the drop of the puck here. And, folks, don't adjust your screen. The Tall Boys jerseys, as you can see, are really that ugly.
Everybody's favorite color, plaid.
Does it qualify as plaid?
Maybe. All I know is it's an announcer's nightmare because you cannot read the numbers very well, although I've gotten used to who the players are. I just go by that.
I'm going by that, too, and we do have to start the show with a disclaimer that epileptic seizures are common when the Tall Boys play because of the checkered jerseys. So, we got that out of the way. We are about ready to start this. How do you see this playing out? I mean, we made off-air predictions that it's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, everybody knows the Bradford brothers are going to put a point or two up on the board. How do you see secondary scoring playing out? Pete Van Houweling has been on a tear lately. In 2 of his last 3 games, he's had 2 goals.
I know. Pete's up to 4 on the season, I believe. Ryan Greening quietly has 9 goals, if that's possible to be quiet, almost approaching double figures. Mm-hmm. And, a key scratch for them is Brian Emerson, who's not here today. I think the Tall Boys are going to exploit that. I'm going to say the Tall Boys are going to prevail in this one.
And we had breaking news out of the Tall Boys locker room. The Make Zamora a Forward Facebook page, this movement has taken root in the greater Des Moines area, and we are seeing results today. I am told that Zamora is actually going to play center today. So Matt Kasperbauer, captain of the Tall Boys, gets his team on the right track and puts Zamora up front where he belongs and makes him a center. This is big news.
We're going to find out what kind of a two-way player Eric Zamora really is, because if you play center, you're going to cover a lot of ice. So it's going to be very interesting.
He can do it. And he's going to be playing goalie for the Smart Aces in the 4:30 game after this. So he has a big day ahead of him.
Yes, he does.
We are about ready to drop the puck here. There is 20 minutes on the clock. Tim Terrell, referee in charge, is at center ice, and we are going to get this started between the Vicious Squirrels and the Tall Boys, a D-League Radio Game of the Week. Glad you could join us on D-League Radio and D-League Radio TV. Sit back and enjoy. Puck in the Tall Boy zone. It's taken by Johnny Bradford. He gets it over to his brother Ed, who takes a shot. That's deflected by Al DeHeer, and the former Squirrel helps squelch an early scoring opportunity for the Vicious Squirrels. Al DeHeer won a championship with the Squirrels last year, Matt.
He did. He's a smart veteran player, and you saw right there how quickly the Squirrels can generate a scoring chance. It was almost in the net.
Why Al was voted to the All-Star game next week for the Tall Boys. More details on that coming up later in the broadcast. Kept in at the point by John Good. His pass attempts broken up by Josh Van Monen. He's going to bring it up the other way for the Tall Boys. They're going to come in there a little bit offside. They're going to have to clear the zone. Johnny B. Good for the Squirrels wraps it around his own boards and gets it over to Ed Bradford, the captain. Bradford looking for his brother at center. Pass misses the mark. It's going to be taken in by the Tall Boys. Thrown towards the net. It's loose in front. And Steve DeLude there to answer the bell for the Squirrels. Early scoring chance for the Tall Boy as Dave Brown had left a rebound out there, Matt, and wasn't quite sure where that was.
No, he had no idea. It was just sitting there wide open in the crease.
Now Ed Bradford comes in, he moves into the slot, takes a shot, tip attempt by Johnny Bradford, misses the mark. Sean Sparks, goalie for the Tall Boys, gloves that down. We get a whistle. Minute and a half gone. Early first period action, no score.
You know, even though I predicted the Tall Boys would win this game, Sean Sparks better be ready because the Squirrels can strike fast, and he looks to be sharp so far, and he's going to need to be.
Face off to the right of Spears. One back by the Squirrels, but it's going to be Casper Bauer who gets it to it first. He chips it up and off the boards, and it's off to the races into the Squirrel zone. Come in, taking a shot, and a save by Dave Brown. He gets the whistle.
And that was Neil Connolly.
That was Neil Connolly. Connolly with a couple goals last time we did the D-League Radio game. And he's really having a good year for the Tall Boys.
He's having a very good year. I played with him in Summer League last year as a brand new player. He's come a long way in a short amount of time.
John Barnhill of the Squirrels chases a loose puck down, gets it up to Pete Van Howling at the line. Van Howling chips it up and off the boards, looking for Greening. That's going to, they're saying he did not make the red line. They're going to call that icing. The faceoff will come all the way back down into the Squirrel zone to the right of Brown.
And John, as you would expect, both teams kind of in that process of trying to figure out the flow of the game. Not a lot of pace yet and not a lot of flow, but we're going to get there shortly, I'm sure.
Face-off unable to be kept in at the line by Casper Bauer. It's going to go to the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Sparks will come back and play it behind his own net and leave it for Casper Bauer. Tall Boys captain with the puck, reverses course. Tries a stretch pass. That misses the mark, and that's going to be an icing call. We've got 3 icing calls in less than a minute here. These guys try to feel each other out.
Well, he's trying to hit Dejanay with a stretch pass. The Ragin' Cajun just couldn't quite reach that one, but not a bad idea early on in the game.
Face off to the left of Sparks. Won by Zamora. Zamora with his first face-off victory as a center. And the Squirrels keep it in at the point. Pass over to his defensive partner, Pauly, is intercepted by Zamora. They get it out to center. And now T. Scotter, former Squirrels defenseman, brings it into the zone, chip right back out. And it's going to be Casey Spear. Spear bothered by T. Scotter. Loose puck taken by Zamora. He looks to gain the zone, dumps it in cross ice into the near side corner. Chased down by Pauly and Freddie Nesbitt. Kept in at the point by the Tall Boys. That's T. Scotter with a shot. Broken up in front. Don Papian with a shot attempt. That goes wide. Greening wraps it around his own boards, tries to clear it out, and does. DeHeer will send it right back into the zone, intercepted by Spear. Spear looking for Van Howling. That just out of his reach. Al DeHeer gathers in a loose puck. He tries to send it up the ice and does. That's going to be taken by Tom Luft. He gets it out of the zone. Van Howling on the left wing side tries to hit a vacant wing position. And now Zamora will chip it in for the Tall Boys as Fleming goes back to recover. Still no score early on here in the first period between the Tall Boys and the Squirrels. And now we have something developing. It's Ed Bradford coming up. He has his brother on the wing. Bradford gets around to here. Gains the zone. Bothered by Zamora. Zamora chips it off of Bradford's stick. Centering pass to Johnny Bradford. Misses the mark. Taken by Patrick McFarland. The D-League radio announcer you heard earlier today gets it back to Johnny Bradford. A shot. Sparks able to gather in a loose puck. We got a whistle. First real good scoring attempt by either squad, and it's the Squirrels that get the chance, but unable to break the armor of Sean Sparks.
Well, McFarland made a play that doesn't show up on the score sheet, but he did a nice little chip in to keep that play alive, and sooner or later, the Squirrels are going to get it on net, and that's what happened, and Sparks had to come out and be aggressive. Good save.
Face-off won by the Squirrels, but Van Monen's going to get to a loose puck first. He gets around left. It's got 2-on-1. Fleming's back for the Squirrels. Van Monen comes in, left wing, tries a shot that hits high on Brown. There's a rebound, loose in front. Colgan unable to bury it, and Brown makes a save. Great opportunity for the Tall Boys.
Great opportunity. Van Monen had a little trouble with the puck, which may have slowed that down a little bit, but he got everything on that shot, and Brown had to be sharp there.
Keith Colgan, Johnny on the spot for the rebound, but just couldn't get it past Brown. Now a shot attempt blocked by Johnny Bradford from Van Monen, kept in by Casper Bauer, now chipped out by the Squirrels. It's going to be Bradford racing with Casper Bauer. Bradford gets around, comes in, one-on-one, makes a move, shoots and scores. Bradford got around Casper Bauer, made a move, went to his backhand. Sean Sparks was down and out for the Tall Boys in net, and we finally have a goal. Just 6 minutes and 15 seconds into this first period. It's 1-0 Squirrels.
Well, John, everybody in the building thought Johnny was going to go forehand, and then he pulled it across at the last minute, and it was nothing but open net. It was a beautiful play.
Once he got around Casper Bauer, I thought this was going to be a test for Sparks. Good move by Bradford to put that in. Now the Tall Boys. Centering pass by Van Monen. Shot goes over the net by Colgan. Good opportunity by Colgan. Now Van Monen with the puck near side boards. Looking to make a pass. Nobody to pass it to. McFarland bothers him along the boards. Van Monen gets the puck deep. Chased down by Colgan on the far side. Wraps it back around the Squirrels' net. Fleming looking to make a play. Can't get it out of the zone, but Van Halling will. And the Tall Boys will regroup. Dumped back in by Kavanaugh. Fleming behind his own net. As the Squirrels try to break out. Up and off the boards. Van Halling tries to chip it out. Kept in by Casper Bauer. Behind the Squirrels' net. Brown comes out to play it. He's bothered by Colgan. And now Van Monen will gather a loose puck in at the far side boards. Greening will chip the loose puck up and out to center. Icing waved off. Both teams go for a change. Casper Bauer chases it down in the Tall Boys zone. Loose puck gathered in by the Tall Boys. They bring it in. They are offside. As William Thomas just didn't get back in time. And we get a whistle break and play. 12-12 remaining in the first period. It's 1-0 Squirrels, the D-League Radio Game of the Week.
John, some good pushback there by the Tall Boys. They're applying some good pressure, looking to equalize this game, and they just might get it if they keep up this pressure. Good forecheck.
Yeah, we have not seen the last of the offensive chances by either squad here today, that's for sure. Desjardins takes the puck, dumps it into the Squirrels zone. No icing on the play. It's chased down by Flounders. Flounders behind the Squirrels net, loses his balance, loses his stick. He's bothered by Good. Loose puck taken by Steve DeLude. He's got a 3-on-2 if he hurries. He has DeMarkey breaking up the left wing. Doesn't see him. Really couldn't get good control of the puck. DeLude tries a centering pass. Nobody there for the Squirrels as DeMarkey held up at the blue line. Kept in by Johnny Bradford. Behind the net to Ed Bradford. Centering pass misses the mark. That's going to go all the way back to the Squirrels zone, and Brown's going to play it for himself. And the Squirrels will regroup. That's DeLude. DeLude being bothered by Connolly. And the Squirrels try to get it up and out. That's good. Loses control of the puck. Flounders for the Tall Boy. Gets around DeLude. Makes a shot. That goes wide of the net. Hits the outside of the cage. And Good wraps it around the boards to try and get it up and out of the zone. It's kept in and now taken by Ed Bradford. He's got some speed. He has T. Scotter back for the Tall Boys. Tries a shot. Oh, and it goes in. That hit T. Scotter's stick, and it looked like it just befuddled Sparks. He waved at it. It knuckled by him, and now the Squirrels are up 2-0. 10.5 gone in the first period. Strange goal, man.
Very strange goal. After it deflected off that stick, it appeared to knuckle and sort of dip on Sparks, and he just could not quite come to a grasp on it. Short angle from a long ways out, and it's 2-0 Squirrels.
That was odd. That was really odd. But it counts.
It does count. Just like it was a breakaway. It still counts.
I'm sure Ed will tell his kids later it was a breakaway, top shelf, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, puck down in the Squirrels zone. Look to clear out is the Squirrels defense. It's kept in. Battling is Eric Zamora. Center Eric Zamora. He keeps it in the zone. Chased down by Greening. Wraps it around his own net. Looking for Chris Pauley. He looks to clear the zone. Gets it up to Spear. Spear on the wall, misses the mark on a pass attempt for Greening, but now it's Van Houweling and Greening come in 2-on-1. Casper Barrow there, shot by Van Houweling, and Sparks is able to block that away. Kept in at the point by Barnhill, and now he loses it. Here comes Zamora on a breakaway, but he's being chased down by Spear. Zamora still has the puck. He's coming in, stick, makes a shot, saved by Brown. Good pressure by Eric Zamora to keep that on his stick. And now it's Chris Pauly is able to get the puck out of the zone for the Squirrels. No, he doesn't get it out. Thomas keeps it in, tries a centering pass for Zamora, but that misses the mark, and Spear's going to chase it down, pressured by Zamora, and up and out of the zone. Zamora had a real good chance on that breakaway, and he was pressured by Spear, but he never panicked and still got a good shot off, Matt.
He did a nice job of protecting the puck because Spear was right on top of him, and yet he maintained control and got a good shot on goal.
Make Zamora a center again. That's going to be the new Facebook page of the day. Puck taken by the Squirrels in their own zone. It's Barnhill up to Van Houweling off the wall. Squirrels veteran winger comes in on the right wing side, tries a shot, that goes in on Sparks. Sparks steers it away, passes it to the corner. Centering pass by Van Houweling hits Casper Bauer's stick. The puck goes behind the net, chased down by Nesbitt. He's pressured by Spear, and those two will, or I beg your pardon, that is Pauly. And they battle on the near side board. Shot attempt backhand by Greening. Creates a loose puck, and the Tall Boys will get it up and out of the zone. A couple of them will go for a change as Barnhill has the puck for the Squirrels and gains the blue line. Barnhill, Tall Boys converging all over him, still able to get into the slot before the puck is chipped away by Casper Bauer, and he looks to break up the ice. Spear gathers in a loose puck for the Squirrels, up and out of the zone, chased in by Van Monen, but the Tall Boys were still in the zone. That creates an offside, and we get a whistle. 7:43 remaining in the first period.
John, one thing that's surprising me so far is the defensive coverage of the Tall Boys, or I should say lack thereof, because the Squirrels have had numbers on about at least 3 occasions, maybe more, and they're fortunate to only be down 2-0 here. I think they need to make some adjustments going forward.
Luft loses control of the puck for Van Monen. Van Monen tries to get up to the point. That's taken by Ed Bradford, the captain. Gets around to here. That's twice now Ed's gotten around now to here. Comes in on the right wing, tries a shot, and that goes wide. Chased down by the Tall Boys. They're going to come the other way. It's Colgan. Colgan over to Van Monen at center. He gets around Luft. Comes in, tries a shot right in the chest of Brown. Loose puck comes off to the side. The Tall Boys with a rebound attempt. Brown able to make the save. Van Monen on the point for the Tall Boys. Tries a pass over to Colgan, who tries a one-timer, and that just misses the mark. His rebound attempt hits Brown's stick, and the Squirrels will send it up and out of the zone. They'll take the heat out of a hot kitchen and take that icing call. The Tall Boys still pushing back, Matt.
Good pressure by the Tall Boys. There's a little bit of a lull after that second goal, but now they're starting to push back again. I think they think it's important, and I agree, to get a goal before the end of this period. See if they can cut this deficit in half. But they are definitely pressing.
Kept in by T. Scotter. The former Squirrel tries a shot that's broken up in front and up and out of the zone. It's going to be Ryan Greening. The veteran Squirrels forward gets it into the Tall Boys zone. Clearing attempt kept in by Greening near the point. He's tripped up. No call coming as the Tall Boys are still trying to get the puck out of the zone, and they struggle to do so, but now here's T. Scotter. T. Scotter coming in with speed. He's one of the faster D-League players. Tries a shot through the legs of Fleming, and that misses the mark. Centering attempt, fanned. T. Scotter still with the puck, comes through the face-off circle, tries a shot that hits bodies in front and is chipped off to the near, far side boards. Flounders, able to get a loose puck. Comes in, tries a shot, saved by Brown. He'll cover up, will get a whistle. Again, more pushback by the Tall Boys.
Very good pressure by the Tall Boys that time. And only Brown is preventing this from being a one-goal game. He looks very sharp, looks square to the shooter. We're just about up to the 15-minute mark here in the first. Still 2-0 Squirrels.
Line change for the Squirrels. Ed Bradford playing left wing today. Actually, yeah, he's playing left wing. I was going to say it looked like he was a defenseman. Good keep in by Casper at the point. Shot comes in on net. Brown has to cover up. He had Desjardins in front looking for the tip for the Tall Boys.
He's in the right spot, but Brown's doing a very good job of controlling those rebounds.
Face-off won by the Squirrels. It's Duluth trying to get the puck up and out of the zone. They're going to say that was in. No, they're going to say it came out. I wasn't too sure, and we're standing right on the line. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, they were looking to spring DeMarkey, and they just couldn't quite do it. And then the Tall Boys thought they kept it in, but it is offsides.
4:23 remaining in the first period. It's 2-0 Squirrels. 3:15 action. D-League Radio Game of the Week between these two tough clubs. Now, you've played against both these teams. How did you guys measure up against them with the Blues?
Well, the Tall Boys, we managed to eke one out. The Squirrels blew our doors off, quite frankly. So
you're not alone. They've done that to a number of teams.
This is true. Misery loves company, so we'll take it.
I know on the nights we fell to the Tall Boys. I think it was 4-2, and we beat the Squirrels for the Nutter Butter Cup, which is a traveling trophy done by our two teams. One of the oldest rivalries in D-League. But now here's Johnny Bradford on the left wing side looking to make a pass. He's going to hit Duluth streaking in from the defensive position. That's broken up nicely by Connolly, and he'll chip the puck up and out, chased down by Kasperbauer. Brown's going to have to come out of his net and play that to avoid a scoring chance for the Tall Boys. Makes Kasperbauer skate by. Nice move by Brown by not doing anything there, Matt.
That was nerves of steel right there. He just waited him out. Good play.
Oh, DeMarkey chips the puck past the Tall Boys, comes in. He's got a guy draped all over him. We're going to get a penalty call. Nets off the moorings. DeMarkey was able to gather in a loose puck, and that's going to be Kavanaugh of the Tall Boys. He did everything he could. Not a bad penalty to take. If he doesn't take that penalty, DeMarkey's in all alone for a really good scoring chance. DeMarkey still got the shot off, but if I'm Kavanaugh, I'm taking that penalty as well.
Oh, yeah. Good penalty to take, but at the same time, DeMarkey generated that whole thing. He's frustrated right now, but he did all he could. It was brute strength that he just took his way to the net, and a great scoring chance. The Lounge loved it. They're pounding on the glass. That's a good scoring chance.
Face-off won by the Tall Boys. That's going to be Don Papian going for a loose puck, trying to clear the zone. It's kept in at the point by the Squirrels. That's Barnhill. His shot attempt blocked by DeHere, and he's going to clear it out and send it the length. Good shot attempt by Barnhill. He doesn't get to shoot often. When he does, he gets something on it. Loose puck taken by T. Scotter. He tries to send it down, but Barnhill's there to intercept. He gets it to the red line. His pass attempt blocked. Now Barnhill comes in, drop pass to Van Howling. Van Howling's pass to the center. That misses the mark, and it's going to be Zamora who chips it out. Tall Boys shorthanded. Squirrels power play. Squirrels come in. They are going to be offside. Greening just a step too far. 2:16 remaining on the penalty. 1:40 remaining in the first period. It's still 2-0 Squirrels. They look to add on to their lead here on this late power play.
And, John, it sounds strange to say in the first period, but this is a key point of this game. If the Squirrels get another one during this power play and make it 3-0, that's a, pardon the pun, a tall order for the Tall Boys. I know.
Yeah, okay, we'll leave it. Chris Pauly tries a shot blockered away by Sparks. Sparks had to be sharp on that. He was screened a little bit on that shot. Clearing attempt by DeHere, gets out. It's going to be Zamora chasing with Spear. Zamora really doing some good things at center, Matt.
Being pretty crafty out there.
Gets it back to Van Monen at the point as the Tall Boys waste some more time off the Squirrels penalty, but it's going to be Pauly coming up ice on the left wing side. Gains the line. He has Bradford with him. Tries to put a pass behind the net. It's going to be chased down by Van Monen. He gets it up and out, and Zamora's going to chase it down. Brown's going to come out of his net for the Squirrels to try to make something happen. He goes far side, off the boards, gets it up to Bradford. Bradford makes a move around Van Monen, gains the line. Bradford still with the puck, has Spear and Greening with him. Left wing side, tries a shot, hits the outside of the cage. Centering pass, that comes right through the blue paint. Pauly with the puck, tries a shot, that goes wide. Greening behind the Tall Boys net, tries a centering pass, that hits the back of Sparks, who shovels it to the corner. Clearing attempt kept in by Pauly. Down low on the wall to Greening. Greening tries a centering pass. That's blocked away by Sparks. Puck loose in front, taken by Greening. Chipped away by T. Scotter. Greening with a backhand shot. That makes its way to Sparks. He has to steer it away to the corner. Another clearing attempt just comes up and off the stick of Barnhill. That's the end of the period as the Squirrels were knocking on the door but unable to put it by Sparks. And we have a 2-0 game at the end of one. Squirrels in front of the Tall Boys. D-League Radio Game of the Week.
Well, and I think it lives up to the billing. That was quite a first period, John.
I think so.
I mean, 2-0, 10-9 shots on goal in favor of the Tall Boys. That's a lot of shots for a D-League game.
In the first period, yes, absolutely,
yeah,
it is.
It is.
Absolutely, it is.
Lots of scoring chances, good goaltending on both ends, and I think we're just getting started.
Well, that second goal was kind of a fluke for the Squirrels. It was a shot attempt by Bradford. It knuckled off of T. Scotter's stick, the former Squirrel. And again, Sean Sparks just looked really befuddled by that as it came in on him, fluttering end over end.
I think it changed directions. It started to knuckle, and that's very tough if you're a goaltender.
Again, the broadcast today on D-League Radio TV and D-League Radio is brought to you by the Keg Stand, 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. And we really appreciate their sponsorship of D-League Radio. They are the home of D-League Radio and the home of D-League, the Keg Stand in West Des Moines. How do you see this second period playing out? So far, the Tall Boys have been able to weather a strong Squirrels power play. Zamora doing big things at center.
I'm impressed by Zamora. There's been 2 instances where, Spear was even with him, and Zamora really protected that puck. That last time down, he made the smart play and dropped it back to Van Mon, and it turned into a very good scoring chance. And if you're the Tall Boys, you got another 35 seconds to kill off here, and then it's time to go to work. They put some good pressure on the Squirrels. They need to tighten it up a little bit defensively. But other than that, they're matching up with firepower very well. And I think, obviously, they want to score this next goal. 2-1 is a lot different than 3-0, so we'll see what happens here. But I look for the Tall Boys to amp it up just a little bit.
So we have Patrick Cavanaugh in the box for hooking late in the first period. 35 seconds remaining on his penalty. Face-off one back by the Squirrel, but with authority, it's going to be Colgan that chases it down for the Tall Boys in the corner. He's going to try and kill off some penalty time. Gets it up and out of the zone to Casper Bauer at center ice. Clock keeps ticking. It's over to T. Scotter. 18 seconds remaining on the power play for the Squirrels as they have to go behind their own net, and they'll have to travel the length of the ice if they're going to get anything else started. Kept in by Colgan in the corner. Good forecheck by the Tall Boys. Wasting time on the power play for the Squirrels. Up along the wall. It's Bradford trying to get around Casper Bauer, and does, but there's T. Scotter. Johnny on the spot to get that puck up and out. We have Cavanaugh out of the box. Both teams at even strength, and we have a penalty call. No, the door is open.
Yeah, and that's new this year. Those penalty boxes now have the glass along with the rest of the boards, and if you're coming out of that box, it's pretty difficult to close the door behind you. It's about impossible, frankly. Of course, it was a Bucks game. There'd be an attendant in there to close that for you, but no such luck in the D-League.
Well, they had the day off this week for us. Face-off in the Squirrel zone. One back by Johnny Bradford. He gets it back to T.J. Fleming. T.J. Fleming, another voice from D-League Radio. He covers the draft for us the last 2 years and does a fine job.
Did a very fine job. A lot of D-League representation, D-League Radio representation on the ice today.
We're everywhere. Cleared out by the Squirrels. That'll go to the length of the ice. We have another icing call. And we'll do it all again deep in the Squirrels zone. Just a minute and a half gone in this second period. Any shout-outs today?
Yeah, I'm going to do a shout-out right now to our goalie, Aaron Inderlead. Aaron had to have emergency surgery a couple days ago and is out for the next several weeks.
Holy cow, what
So
happened?
we are thinking of you, Aaron. I'll get into that a little bit more in the next stoppage, but yeah, we hope he's listening and I hope he's doing well.
Shot by Casper Bauer goes wide and just missed being tipped by the Squirrels. Now there's a shot loose in front. Goes behind the net. Centering pass by Colgan. Just misses the mark, and it's going to be Bradford who takes it out by the Squirrels. Squirrels come back 3-on-2. It's Bradford and Bradford along with DeMarkey. Ed takes a shot, goes wide. Johnny Bradford just misses the rebound, and the Tall Boys are able to clear. Dangerous play by the Squirrels, but the Tall Boys dodged a bullet there.
Well, you have 2 Bradfords coming down the line. You're fortunate to get out of that unscathed. Great scoring chance.
Ed Bradford tries to gain the line, cleared out by Casper Bauer. Casper Bauer loses it to Connolly. Connolly brings it in, tries a shot. That's going to go wide of the net. DeMarkey chases it down for the Squirrels, tries to pass it to his point. Nobody there. Icing waved off, and the Tall Boys will come back and get it out of their own zone. It's T. Scotter. Gets it up, not out. DeMarkey, good keep in with the puck. Gets around Flounders. Tries a centering pass to Greening, who tries to put a foot on it. It trickles in on net. Sparks is able to cover up. I think Greening was trying to direct that away with his skate to Van Howling, who was coming in on the back door. But it goes in on net, and Sparks covers up. We get a stoppage.
Yep, just about had one. Sparks alertly jumped on that.
Flounders up off the boards, but not out. Delude keeps it in. Save by Sparks. As Delude just throws it at the net, hoping to make something happen. It's battled for by Papian and Van Howling, the two senior members of D-League, battling in the corner. Hope somebody doesn't break a hip.
We won't disclose their ages on the air.
I think we have in the past. Behind the tall boys' net, it's going to be Van Howling. Along the board, centering pass intercepted by DeHeer, another senior member, and the all-star defenseman brings it up and out of the zone for the tall boys. He's coming up center ice, gets around good, gains the zone, loose puck. That's going to be T. Scott, who tries a backhander. Now it's DeHeer with a shot. Shot attempt on the rebound by Flounders, goes up and over the net. It's going to be Dejanay. He tries a shot towards the net, deflected, goes behind the net. Flounders, centering pass. That had nobody home, and Spears going to be able to take it up and out and get it to Van Howling as the Squirrels again dodge a bullet. Broken up by DeHeer as he gets it off his buddy Pete Van Howling's stick. Clearing attempt kept in by Bradford. Johnny Bradford shot, blockered away by Sparks. Rebound comes out in front, and Flounders of the tall boys is going to get it up and out. He gets it up to Dejanay. Dejanay can't handle that pass. Delude's going to grab it for the Squirrels. Send it. That's going to go the length of the ice. We have an icing call coming up. No, waved off as T. Scotter goes back to get it for the team in whatever color that is.
Take your pick.
Yeah. Spear tries a backhand centering pass to Ed Bradford. Blockered away nicely by Casper Bauer. Now a loose puck gathered in by Ed Bradford. Shot blocked by bodies in front. Another backhander goes wide. Good action by the Squirrels down in front. Tall boys trying to just desperately hang on. Now a shot by Bradford, steered away by Sparks. Rebound comes off the back of the boards, and Sparks will cover up. The Squirrels buzzing, as it were.
Yeah, and if the tall boys had the pushback in the second half of the first, now it's the Squirrels pushing, and they're really trying to get this third goal, John, and they just about had it there. Lots of confusion. Fortunately for the tall boys, there were some blocks on some shots right there in the slot. Otherwise, we're looking at 3-0.
Face off to the left of Sparks. Bradford to Bradford. Ed tries a shot. That hits bodies in front, goes to the far corner, chased down by McFarland. He looks to make a play, tries to get it towards the net. It was going to go wide, but Sparks thought the better of a risky chance and covered up as we get a stoppage. 14 minutes remaining in this first period, second period, as it's 2-0 Squirrels in this D-League Radio game of the week. Puck trickles in on Sparks. We'll do this all over again.
Smart play by Sparks. He's trying to break up the Squirrels' momentum a little bit, give his team a chance to gather their wits and chip that puck out.
One again by the Squirrels. It's Barnhill. He gets a shot that's blocked in front by Casper Bauer. He tries to get it up and out of the zone. It's kept in by Pauly. Pauly tries to get it over to Ed Bradford. It finally makes its way to him. Nesbitt's able to backhand the puck down and out. This will go for icing, as the tall boys are just having trouble getting any kind of momentum going the other way. Once they get down into the Squirrel zone, they're able to make some things happen. They've had a few really good scoring attempts, but it's just getting out of their zone. It seems they're having some problems, man.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the toughest things to do is get momentum from deep in your own end, and that's what the tall boys find themselves having to do. Several face-offs to the right of Sean Sparks.
Chipped up and out, and we have a breakaway. It's Eric Zamora, center of the week, coming in on goal. Takes a shot, saved by Brown. It's loose, and Zamora scores. Eric Zamora, the center of the year for the tall boys, has a breakaway. It is stopped initially by Brown. It trickles past, and Zamora slams it home. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Squirrels, but the tall boys are on the board, Matt, and we have ourselves a game.
Huge, huge goal for the tall boys. Zamora made the initial shot. Brown made the stop, but then it slowly got around him, and Zamora was right there to put in his own rebound.
It was a great chip out by Casper Bauer to get it up to Van Monen and Zamora, who were breaking through center ice. Uncontested. They were all by themselves, and good things happen. Eric Zamora, a center. Who'd have thunk it?
Paying dividends already.
Tall Boys attempt to enter the zone, chipped up and out by Barnhill as the Tall Boys will recover. Pauly loses an edge, falls down. It's going to be the Tall Boys coming in. Shot attempt by the Tall Boys goes wide. We're going to get a whistle. And a tripping call is coming up on the Squirrels. So now the Tall Boys had just scored a goal. Now they're going to go on the power play, Matt. Interesting developments.
Very interesting. Chris Pauly is going to sit for 3 minutes, and the Tall Boys are going to do everything they can to tie this up. So another key part of the game, John. Can the Squirrels weather this storm, or can the Tall Boys pull even? Just about to the halfway point here. 11:25 to go in the second. And we get ready for the face-off to the left of Dave Brown.
Won by the Tall Boys. It comes over to the left wing side. Centering pass comes up in front. Shot attempt by Connolly. Blocked by Fleming. Now centering pass comes in on net. I thought that was more of a pass by Connolly, but it came in on Brown, and he'll cover up and take the whistle as the clock keeps ticking. Smart play by the goalie. He's a veteran. He knows how to handle this.
Well, and great play by Neil Connolly. He's really got a lot of torque on that shot of his. Very surprising, but he's doing well, and Brown had to be sharp.
To the right of Brown. One back by Johnny Bradford of the Squirrels. Fleming tries to wrap it around his own net. Chased down by DeMarkey on the boards. Ed Bradford tries to get it up and out and does. But Al DeHere of the Tall Boys is back for the team in that color. And now they battle for it. Bradford gathers in a loose puck. Comes in on net. He's battling with DeHere. DeHere, good defense. Good lift of the stick by Al DeHere. Break up a scoring chance, and now it's Keith Colligan coming the other way for the Tall Boys. He gains his own on the left wing side. It's onside. Centering pass. That hits bodies in front. Comes to, that's Connolly once again. His shot attempt blocked. Chased down by Bradford. His clearing attempt comes out to T. Scotter. He tries a pass to the right of the net. Player goes down, and we will get another penalty call. And the Tall Boys are going to go on a 5-on-3 power play, Matt, just halfway through this second period and only down by a goal.
John, this is huge, absolutely huge. The Tall Boys are going to have a 5-on-3 for the next minute and a half. And talk about a key part of the game. TJ Fleming is going to sit this one for the next 3 minutes. And Dave Brown better be ready, because here it comes.
Face off to the left of Brown. 1:15 now left on the penalty to Pauly. 9:30 remaining in this second period. Face off won by the Squirrels. Duluth sends it between the two defensemen down the length of the ice. Important play.
Huge play. You'll take that all day if you're the Squirrels.
Al DeHere of the Tall Boys gets it up to Dejanay. Dejanay looks to gain the zone, gets it over to Colgan, but he loses control. And Ed Bradford gets the puck up and out of the zone for the Squirrels. Tall Boys regroup. DeHere tries to dump it back in. Intercepted by Ed Bradford. He gets it out, sends it the length of the ice. And the Tall Boys are going to have to regroup. Once again, it's taken by T. Scotter. T. Scotter tries a stretch pass. That comes up. Don Papian's the intended recipient. Ed Bradford gathers in a loose puck. His clearing attempt taken by Dejanay, whose shot attempt blocked by Duluth. Battled for in front by Colgan. Colgan, his clearing attempt goes behind the net and cleared out by Ed Bradford. Just gets past the line as DeHere tried to keep it in. And the Tall Boys once again have to regroup. 16 seconds remaining on the penalty to Pauly. And then the Squirrels will get a man back, but still be shorthanded. 8 seconds remain on the penalty to Pauly. It's DeHere. His pass attempt to Dejanay intercepted by Bradford. Bradford comes in. It's 3-on-5. Broken up by the Tall Boys as Pauly comes back onto the ice. And the Squirrels are only down by one man with 8:15 remaining in the period. 1:40 left on the Fleming penalty. Tall Boys unable to get any kind of pressure, Matt. They had a 5-on-3 advantage. They're still up by one man. But now here they come. It's T. Scotter. He gains his own. He only has one man to beat. It's Spear. Gets around him. Tries a shot. Didn't get a lot on it. Brown covers up. Flounders there for the rebound, but none to be had as we get a whistle. 1:19 remaining on the penalty. 7:48 remaining in the second period.
Well, John, still a lot of time left here on this second penalty, but during the 5-on-3, the Tall Boys did not maintain any pressure nor even get a shot on goal. So that was a huge win just there for the Squirrels.
Flounders tries a shot and blockered away by Brown. Taken by Van Monen on the left wing side. Takes a shot. That's blockered away by Brown. His puck goes behind the net. Taken by Flounders to Van Monen. Van Monen has the puck in the corner. Gets it out to the point to Casper Bauer. There's a shooting lane open. Shot. Trickles past. And the Squirrels are able to get it up and out. Taken by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh sends a shot in. That's deflected wide. And Luft tries to get it up for the Squirrels. Battled for on the far side boards. That is Nesbitt and Greening. Chased down by Flounders on the near side. Up and to the point. That's going to be Kavanaugh. Loses his balance. Trying to make a play. Passes over to his defensive partner, Kasperbauer, who fires a shot. That goes wide. Kept in on the far side boards. 19 seconds remaining on the power play for the Tall Boys. Battle along the far side boards. It's Luft trying to get it up and out. Kept in by Van Monen. Good move by Van Monen. He gets it up to Flounders on the right wing side. Centering pass that hits legs in front, and Van Houweling now has it for the Squirrels. He hits Greening. Greening, 2 seconds left on the penalty. Greening comes in, right wing side, makes a move, gets around one man. Tries a backhand shot, saved by Sparks. Loose puck on the far side, kept in by the Squirrels. That was Luft with a good keep in, but now Nesbitt's going to come. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Flounders with the puck, comes in. Fleming out of the net, takes a shot, saved by Brown. Fleming gave Flounders all kinds of room to skate on that, Matt. And as a 3-on-1, you figured he was going to challenge maybe a little, but the wingers weren't coming for the Tall Boys. It was pretty much Flounders and Fleming on the 1-on-1.
Yeah, and Flounders did the smart thing, get the shot on net and hope for a rebound. And here we are. Penalties are over, John. The Squirrels weathered the storm, so huge part of that game.
Some good push by the Tall Boys there in the latter half of the second penalty, but they had nothing going for them on the 5-on-3. But now Eric Zamora's on the ice, and that could all change.
That's all you need is another shift from Eric Zamora to tie this up.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have him out on the power play. Poor coaching by Kasperbauer. Just when you see some daylight and he makes the right move and puts his players in the right position, then he just messes it all up. And now here's the Squirrels coming in. Good back check by the Tall Boys. Bowers with Bradford with a shot. It hits the post, goes to Johnny Bradford. He's unable to bury it. Tall Boys send it the length of the ice. They're going to weather that storm as what looked like a nothing play all of a sudden developed into something dangerous for the Tall Boys. They could have been down by 2. Fortunately for them, they're still down by 1.
Well, I think Johnny Bradford's eyes got about the size of plates because there was a big wide open net. He just couldn't quite get enough around on that puck, and it hit the outside of the post. But they do get the face-off to the left of Sean Sparks.
Won by the Squirrels. It's Bradford to Bradford, back to Pauly on D. Unable to handle that puck. Pauly sends it in deep. Taken by T. Scotter. He sends it up, around, and out, and that's going to be an icing call. And we'll have to do it again on the left hand or on the right hand side of the goalie Sean Sparks for the Tall Boy. There's 4:25 remaining in the second period. We have a 1-goal game. It's 2-1 Squirrels in front of the Tall Boys. This D-League Radio game of the week.
Well, now this is starting to remind me of how the period started. The Squirrels putting a lot of pressure on the Tall Boys trying to get that third goal. So again, they're going to have to weather the storm here.
Zamora and Bradford battle. It's won by the Squirrels. Taken by McFarland over to Ed Bradford. Johnny Bradford loses it, gets it up to the point. Now taken out by the Tall Boys. Up to Conley. Conley can't gain the zone. He's chased down by Ed Bradford. And the Squirrels captain looks to gain the zone for the team in black. Gets around one man, gets around T. Scotter, comes in, makes a move. Good D by DeHeer as he made Bradford miss on his shot attempt. And the Tall Boys look to break. It comes out. Pauly, backhand pass to Bradford, who dumps it back into the zone. 2 players collide. It's the Bradford brothers. That's Pauly and Ed Bradford colliding in front of the Tall Boys bench and hearing about it. It's at a nice volume as these guys regroup. It's Ed Bradford. Flips one up. It goes out of the play, and we will get a whistle. 3:15 remaining here in the second period. Still a 1-goal game.
And that was a very strange play. The nice thing for those two is that it's on video, so we'll get to see later. Yeah. Chris Pauly and Ed Bradford, friendly fire in front of the Tall Boys bench. Now Zamora ready to take the draw.
Zamora back to Kasperbauer, fires a shot on goal, and it hits Brown and bounces wide. And Good tries to get it up and out for the Squirrels and does. It gets by Kasperbauer. Sparks comes out high in the face-off circle to play it. He misplays it. It's Van Houweling with an open net. He comes in, takes a shot. He fans on it. DeMarchi gathers in a loose puck. Block by Zamora. DeMarchi's second shot attempt taken by Don Papian, who gets it to Desjardins, who gets it up to Zamora, who's streaking down the left wing side. Zamora comes in, tries a shot that's blocked by Dulude. As these Squirrels have to be shaking their heads. They had a wide open net with Sparks out near the face-off dots, and Van Houweling fanned on that shot.
I've never seen that at any level.
I'm scratching my head as
Wow,
well.
that was incredible.
Oh, Van Halen, his eyes must have been, well, he's just got to be killing himself now because of this one. He had a wide open net and just fanned on his shot attempt. And, you know, he's going to be just hearing about that for a month of Sundays. Now the puck deep in the Squirrel zone. It's a shot by Dejanay. Second shot. Brown covers up. Good pressure by the Tall Boys coming back the other way. Dejanay on the doorstep. Unable to break the armor of Dave Brown. And it's still a one-goal game, 2-1, as we are a minute 30 away from the end of the second period.
I'm still trying to process what I saw down here with Sean Sparks ending up outside his own blue line, and somehow Pete Van Halen was unable to corral that puck because there was nothing but open net. That was amazing.
Don't worry, Pete. Nobody's watching this at all. I love it. We don't get a lot of ammunition to hold over Pete's head, but this is going to go a long way. Tall Boys enter the Squirrels zone. It's chipped up to Johnny Bradford by TJ Fleming, who gets it to his brother Ed. Ed on the right wing side coming in. Casper Bauer adding pressure, shot attempt. And Sparks is able to glove that as he saw it the whole way. He'll hang on as we're under a minute now in the second period.
Well, we expected things to ramp up in the second. We have not been disappointed. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in the third. With only about 30 seconds left here in the second.
Face off to the left of Sparks. Deep in the Tall Boys zone. Johnny Bradford gets it to Ed. Ed back to the point. That comes up and out as Fleming unable to keep that in. You'd think Fleming would be stationed more inside the line. He was standing poor positioning.
Yeah,
just poor positioning.
That was odd because Ed made the smart play to get it back to the point, and that would have been a great scoring chance.
If he was standing inside the zone, it would have been perfect. 6 seconds remaining in the period. DeHeer for the Tall Boys has it, chips it up and out of the zone to center ice. And that is the end of the second period. Plenty of action to be sure, but we still have a one-goal game, and here we are before this contest started. You and I were talking about how goals will be plenty, and yet it's a 2-1 game.
I'm shocked this game is 2-1. I really am.
And so is Pete Van Halen.
Yeah, with all the scoring chances, it is really amazing that we've only got 3 goals. I think it's going to open up, John. We've got 18 minutes left with the one-goal game, of course, with stoppage time. But
well, you got to figure, too, you're going to see more of the Bradford brothers, especially in the last half of the third period. They'll probably shorten the bench, especially if the score is this tight. And we may see more of Eric Zamora. The goal scorer for the Tall Boys, coming in on a breakaway, getting his own rebound and putting it past Dave Brown, who's had a strong game. Sean Sparks has had a strong game. I mean, you look at so far the go-ahead goal is that fluky knuckleball that went by him.
Exactly. That's the only difference in this game. And as we expected, both teams match up well. There's a lot of even back and forth going on, lots of scoring chances, pretty good defense, lots of speed, and as you mentioned, good goaltending. So I look for a great third period.
I'm hoping so. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you by the Keg Stand, 3530 West Town Parkway in West Des Moines. Again, a full menu, a full 90-plus beers on tap. Don't be that guy that goes in and orders Coors Light. Great menu, great staff, just a great sponsor. We are so happy to have them here on D-League Radio and D-League Radio TV. It's the Keg Stand in West Des Moines. Here we go, third period, 18 minutes, Matt. Hold on to your hat.
Yep.
And that's a lovely hat, by the way, all decked out in Flames apparel today.
I look like the
very sharp.
president of the Booster Club, but yeah, it works. I just thought I'd put it together today.
Fantastic. Matt Whips, Theo Fleury, fan president. That guy used to, every game I ever saw the Calgary Flames play, Theo Fleury would score. That was a heck of a player.
Oh, yeah.
Van Halen makes a move and gets around his buddy Al DeHeer, gets it up to center ice as we are underway in this third period, but a loose puck's taken by Scott Flounders, and the Tall Boys forward comes in and gains the zone. Gets it deep into the corner, comes around the net, tries a wraparound. That puck goes loose, it's taken by DeHeer. He tries a weak shot on goal. Flounders there for a rebound, and it goes in! That is Neil Connolly, Johnny on the spot. This guy has had the hot hand for the Tall Boys, Matt, for some time now, and we have a tie game early in the third period.
Here we go, John. We're back to where we started, all tied up. Great play. Connolly was exactly where you needed to be. DeHeer got it started with that shot from the point. Even though it went wide, it kept the momentum in the Squirrel zone, and we have a tie game.
And Connolly where he needed to be. in the slot, stick on the ice. It came to him, and he was able to put it past a sprawling Brown, and we have a tie game. Hold on to your hat, folks. Here we go. Fleming for the Squirrels tries to chip it up and out. Kept in by Flounders. He has a man in front, makes a move, gets around Fleming, tries a shot, backhand, good shot, Scott Flounders. I think that caught Brown by surprise, but he was able to make the save.
Brown didn't see that until it was almost on top of him, so a good save and a good hard backhand by Flounders.
And we've seen some action between Flounders and Brown today. Every time Flounders has come near, you've seen Brown kind of swat at him a little bit.
Flounders has a bit of a reputation for digging at that puck after the goalie's got it covered, and Dave Brown does not like that. That's happened a couple times today.
Oh, you have a battle and a penalty coming up in front. It's going to go on the Squirrels. It looked like Johnny Bradford and Flounders were battling, and Bradford's going to get an interference call. So now the Tall Boys go on the power play early here in the third period. This could put them up. I mean, they had some good push at the end of their power play earlier in the game, and now they have a chance to break through.
Well, this is huge for the Tall Boys. Not only did he get the power play, but one of the Squirrels' biggest weapons is in the box for 3 minutes. So
and Eric Zamora is on the ice for the Tall Boys. That's another plus. Chipped up and out of the zone, chased down by Matt Kasperbauer as the Tall Boys captain sends it at the length of the ice and gets it up to his forward, chased down by Pauly. Pauly's able to get it past Zamora as the puck comes to center. Kavanaugh over to Papian, misses the mark. It's going to be chased down by Barnhill, and he'll send it down into the Tall Boys zone as the Tall Boys will have to regroup. Once again, Kasperbauer over to Zamora on the right wing side. Zamora tries to gain the zone, gets it deep into the Squirrel zone, chased down by Barnhill, and he'll try to clear it up and out, and does. Sparks behind his own net, being pressured by Ed Bradford. Bradford comes in around, chasing the puck as it gets to Papian. Papian can't handle that pass, taken by Ed Bradford, who gets it up and around Kasperbauer and goes deep into the Tall Boys zone once again. Again, the Tall Boys unable to get anything going so far on this power play. There are 2 minutes remaining in it. Stretch pass up, misses the mark. Comes in on Brown. He'll push that off to the side as William Thomas was unable to hold that in for the Tall Boys. Now it clears the zone. Zamora will have it at center. He'll dump it right back in as the Tall Boys will have to regroup and get onside, but Barnhill's going to get that loose puck over by the Zamboni doors, get it up and out, but it's kept at center by Kasperbauer. He's looking to gain the zone himself. Gets into the zone, comes on the right wing side. He's pressured by Bradford. There was nobody guarding the point. It was a nice, smart play by Kasperbauer to get back to his point man, but the defense had vacated the point. Nobody there. Puck now at center ice. It's Bradford, shorthanded, trying to get around Van Monen and waste some more time. 1:14 remaining on the Tall Boys power play. Shot attempt comes in on Sparks. He'll leave it for Kasperbauer as we're down to 1:07. 13:40 remaining in this third period. Colgan comes off the bench, unable to gather in a loose puck. It's taken by Pauly. Pauly to Spear. Now loose, taken by Colgan once again for the Tall Boys as he gains his own. Comes in, tries a shot. That hits Brown. He's not quite sure where it is as a stick comes flying at the same time. So Brown had to stop a puck and a stick as we are under a minute now in the power play opportunity for the Tall Boys in this knotted score 2 third period action.
Well, and much like the 5-on-3, not much opportunity there by the Tall Boys until late in this power play. Let's see if they can get something started.
Shot attempt by Van Monen and he scores! A one-timer by Josh Van Monen. Face-off win by Colgan. And the Tall Boys have their first lead of the day as they go up 3-2 with a power play goal by Josh Van Monen.
Well, just as I was saying, they weren't doing anything. They made a beautiful play, the clean face-off win, and Van Monen was right there, did not stop it. As you said, it was a one-timer. He actually went down on one knee. He got so much on it, and Brown had no chance.
A la Brett Hall.
One of my favorites.
A former Calgary Flame.
That's right.
He came up with Calgary.
And Calgary'd like to have that one back?
Wouldn't they? Colgan gathers in a loose puck as Duluth overskates it. Tries it to get it over to an open wing. That's Van Monen, who has put his team up by 1. His shot attempt blockered away, goes up and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage. Just over 12 minutes remaining here in the third period. It's now 3-2 Tall Boys.
And what a huge shot in the arm for the Tall Boys. Like I said, Johnny Bradford was off for the penalty, and it looked like the Tall Boys were going to squander that whole thing, and they score with less than 25 seconds left in that power play for their first lead of this game.
Face-off will be to the right of Brown, deep in the Squirrels' territory. Greening and Colgan facing off against each other. Greening's going to come away with the puck. Greening gets out of the zone, has Van Halen on his right wing side, gets the pass over to him. Pete gains the zone for the team in black. Tries it over to Greening, hits Spear. It's loose in front. It's Greening with a shot. Sparks somehow gets a piece of that. The Squirrels are still buzzing. Shot attempt by Greening. Sparks unable to glove it. Spear loose in front, tries to get it out to Dulude. It's going to be Desjardins who tries to clear it up, but Dulude able to keep that in. Spear in the near side corner tries to go behind the boards. Taken by the tall boys. Now it's Spear once again. He's got a man over on the left wing side. That's Van Halen down low. Intercepted by Van Monnet, who's going to send it up and out of the zone. That's going to be Desjardins, who's going to be closest man to it for the tall boys. He has Good coming on his back. Shot attempt by Desjardins goes wide and wild. But Colgan has it. His shot attempt broken up by Dulude. It looked like a trip count. Now Desjardins has a loose puck in front, tries a shot, that goes wide. Desjardins had Brown down and out, but his shot attempt goes wide. Now up to the point. That's going to be T. Scotter. His shot broken up by Dulude. Colgan from the near side slot, backhands it in on goal. We get a stoppage. It's all tall boys here in the third period, Matt.
John, and how about the play by Colgan? On the ground, and he's had the presence of mind to chip the puck forward, turn into a great scoring chance for the tall boys. And now, yeah, this is downhill in the tall boys' favor right now. Now it's the Squirrels who are having to weather the storm.
They have their big line out of Johnny Bradford, Ed Bradford, and Patrick McFarland deep in the Squirrels' zone. Face-off won by Johnny Bradford. Clearing attempt kept in by the tall boys. Shot goes wide. Flounders behind the Squirrels' net. Luff tries to get it up and out of the zone on the far side. Kept in by Casper Bauer, who dumps it in deep into the far corner. Tom Luff tries to get up and out of the zone. It's kept in by the tall boys. They come in, try a shot. It's swallowed up by Brown, and we get a whistle. And you see the pressure that the tall boys are putting on the Squirrels. So far, the Squirrels unable to make any response.
Well, I think the message from the tall boys bench must have been crash the net, because that's exactly what they're doing here in the third.
Behind the Squirrels net, it's Fred Nesbitt. He has a man out at the point. His pass comes off the stick. Now it's Ed Bradford coming up center ice. He's got McFarland and Johnny Bradford with him. Tries a shot, goes in on Sparks. He makes a save. It comes wild. Johnny Bradford keeps it in on the far side. Taken by, that's going to be Conley, but we get a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty called on the tall boys. It's going to be Flounders going to the box for elbowing. Not a smart move by the tall boys forward there. Why play with fire? You know that the Squirrels have that offensive firepower. Both their big weapons, the Bradford brothers, are on the ice, and here we go for a power play for the Squirrels, Matt. Comes in on net. I wasn't expecting that.
Well,
neither was anybody else, and Sparks juggles it but makes a save right off the faceoff.
That was another fluttering shot. It looked similar to the goal in the first period that the Squirrels scored. And yeah, now Flounders is in the box, and not only is his team short, but he's also cost him one of their best offensive weapons.
Up to Fleming at the point. His shot goes wide. Rebound by DeMarkey. That just misses the mark. Goes behind the net. Clearing attempt kept in at the line by Fleming. Fleming looking to get a shot off. Comes in. He shoots and scores. TJ Fleming tries a shot. Goes 5-hole. Sparks unable to stop that. We have a tie game as Fleming gets one past, and Flounders has to come skating out of the penalty box feeling nothing but shame had he any conscience.
Wow, and you know, Fleming made a great play there because the natural tendency is to shoot right away and get it blocked. He waited till he had a lane, and that was like a seeing eye dog. It went all the way through and right through the 5-hole. We're back to 3-3.
3-3, a brand new ball game once again, and the Squirrels use a power play goal to knot this game up. Now it's Johnny Bradford coming in through, takes a shot by Ed Bradford. Rebound comes out in front as Sparks makes the save. Battling in front, shot comes out, or puck comes all the way out to the point and clears the zone. Both Squirrels defensemen were standing at the center red, Matt, when the puck was in the offensive zone, but I'm not going to say anything. It's positioning. It's not my problem. Pete Van Helling will have some very strong words for his players when he sees that positioning. Speaking of Van Helling, he comes in. It's 3-on-2 for the Squirrels if they hurry. Van Helling comes in, takes a shot. Sparks has to gather that up in his upper body area, Matt, as that was a dangerous shot, but he's able to glove that down and cover up as we get a whistle. 6:35 remaining in the third.
John, it looks like Sparks is battling the puck a little bit. He's just not quite comfortable out there. He's making the saves, but a little harder than it should be.
Face-off won by the Tall Boys. They try to get it up and out of the zone. It gets past Pauly as Barnhill chases it down. Bothered by Zamora. Chased down. Puck gathered in by Van Manen. Zamora behind the Squirrels' net. Looking to make a play. Backhand pass attempt comes in on net, and Brown sprawls to cover up as we get a whistle with 6 minutes remaining. More pressure by the Tall Boys.
Well, for a second there, I thought we had a delayed call as Sparks skated all the way to his bench, but I think he's just kind of shouting.
I think he was telling Flounders to shut up and stay out of the box.
That could very well be.
Puck still in the Squirrels zone, but finally kicked up and out. It's Greening on a breakaway if he can get to the puck. Greening coming in all alone, takes a shot, scores! Ryan Greening gets his 10th goal of the year on a loose puck breakaway, and he buries it past Sean Sparks, and now the Squirrels are up 4-3 with just 5.5 remaining here in the third period, Matt. What a crazy period.
Yeah, remember that 2-1 score we had a while back?
It seems like forever ago.
We're getting closer to that 5-4 range that we predicted, and Greening joins the Bradford brothers in double figures. Great goal.
Face off at center ice. The Squirrels looking to add to their lead. The Tall Boys looking to respond. It's Van Manen coming in. Gets it out to Colgan. Colgan comes in. It was a race to the puck between Brown and Colgan. Brown wins that gamble, and he'll stop that puck and stop play with 4:50 remaining in the third. Tall Boys looking to answer. The Squirrels have come back and scored 2 unanswered goals, and now they're knocking on the door again. Cleared up and out by the Squirrels. That's DeHeer, the veteran defenseman, dumps it right back into the zone. No icing on this play as Pauly goes back to get it for the team in black. He's pressured by Desjardins. Tries to get it up and out. That's kept in by T-Scotter as Desjardins gathers a loose puck in. Tries a shot that goes in on goal, and Brown has to make a good save. He wasn't quite sure where that rebound was, Matt.
No, and it was available.
Now DeHeer can't get on the puck as Ed Bradford muscles him down. I think we're going to get a penalty on number 11 in black. Yeah, we are. And now the Tall Boys go back on the power play. Their power play hasn't been that effective today. They had the 1 goal by Zamora early, but now with 3:48 remaining, stop clock after 2 minutes, they're going to go on a 3-minute power play as the team captain for the Squirrels goes to the box.
Well, last time a Bradford was in the box, the Tall Boys were able to convert, so we'll see what happens this time. Great play by Al DeHeer. He just stayed with that because Bradford looked to have a step on him, but Al turned in and battled for the puck, and then ultimately Ed did take the penalty.
Face off to the right of Brown. 3:20 remaining. 3-minute penalty for the Squirrels as the Tall Boys are on the power play. Kept in at the point by Casper Bauer. He tries a shot that's blocked in front by Johnny Bradford. Taken by Colgan. Colgan tries a shot, gets it in. Brown's going to cover up. And we get a whistle. The faceoff will be deep in the Squirrels' territory as they are shorthanded.
Well, and obviously the Tall Boys have to get started on this penalty or power play much earlier than they have the past couple because time is definitely a factor now.
Colgan on the draw with Bradford. Bradford able to chip it back to Dulude. Dulude tries to wrap it around the boards. Kept in nicely by Casper Bauer, but DeMarchi able to get to the loose puck and get it up and out of the zone. Now Johnny Bradford has it for the Squirrels. On the near side boards is now taken by Fred Nesbitt. Good poke check by Colgan. Real good play by Keith Colgan there.
Very good because the Squirrels had something going there if he didn't make that play.
Johnny B. Good tries to get the puck up and out of the zone. Clearing attempt kept in by Casper Bauer. Tries to get it over to his defensive partner who had left his post. And that's Kavanaugh, but he'll gather in a loose puck right at the blue line, dump it in. Johnny Bradford gathers it in. Now we'll send it the length of the ice. And Sparks will play it for the Tall Boys. We're at 2:04 remaining in the period. Tall Boys down by 1, but on a power play for another minute 40. It's going to be Kavanaugh getting it up to Colgan. Colgan with a loose puck, trying to get around into the zone, intercepted by Greening. Greening looking to get it up and out. It's kept in along the boards by Colgan. Dulude gathers in a loose puck, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Sparks will play it for the Tall Boys. You got to wonder, when is Sparks leaving the net? Now he's leaving the net. There it is. Tall Boys are going to be 6-on-4. Casper Bauer up to center ice. That's going to be Conley, the goal scorer. Gets it into the Squirrel zone. Dulude's going to be there. He's going to send it up and out. And Casper Bauer back for the Tall Boys behind his own net, looking to make something happen. A minute 20 remaining on the clock. 1 minute exactly remaining on the Tall Boys power play. Pass up off the boards to Flounders. Flounders off the boards, intercepted by Good. Good tries to send it down the length of the ice. Gets past Casper Bauer. That's going to go behind the net. 1:07 remaining on the clock, 47 on the power play. Casper Bauer looking for somebody open. He has some options. It's going to be taken by Van Manen. Van Manen on the far side. Gets in on the board. Onside. It's taken by Zamora. Zamora coming in. Tries to pass it to Flounders. Now there's a shot attempt. Blocked in front. Kept in by the Tall Boys. That's Kavanaugh. His shot. That goes wide. Spear tries to clear it. It's broken up by Flounders. Now another shot. Puck is loose and it's in. The puck is in. The Tall Boys have scored and tied the game. I'm not exactly sure who's scored that, Matt, but it's a power play goal for the Tall Boys, and we're tied with 36.9 seconds left.
John,
wow.
I think Zamora got the initial rebound, and then William Thomas tapped it through. I think that's what happened. But in any event, it's 4-4. What a game.
What a pushback by the Tall Boys. Flurry of activity in front of Brown, and they were able to gather in a loose puck, and I don't know how it got past him, but it had eyes. Now there's 34 seconds left. Flounders gains the zone for the Tall Boys. Puck stuck in his skates. He's bothered by Fleming. Picked up by T-Scotter. Throws it towards the net. Broken up by Greening. Now Flounders. His clearing attempt comes in. There's a loose puck. It's on the side of the net. It's Van Manen and Luff battling for it. Van Manen comes out with the puck behind the net along the far side boards. Pete Van Helling unable to get it out of the zone. It's taken by T-Scotter, whose shot just goes wide. 10 seconds remaining. Fleming, Connolly battle. It's Flounders. Oh, out to DeHeer, who misses the puck. 3 seconds remaining. 2-1. That's going to be the game before Van Helling can get the shot off. And we have us a tie score. We predicted 5-4. We got a 4-4 tie in a whale of a game. Interesting, entertaining, suspenseful. You throw in your own adjective here. I'm spent.
I'm worn out, John. Holy smokes, what a game.
Great push back and forth by both teams. We had some great goaltending by both goalies. We had some really cool goals by both teams. Power plays, terrible penalties by both teams to take it awful times, yet it's the Tall Boys who scored late on a power play goal. Let's see who got that goal here. I'm going to look that up. It looks like William Thomas, number 15, got that goal from Eric Zamora and Josh Van Manen. Wow, just end-to-end action. This was exciting. D-League Radio Game of the Week.
Well, it certainly lived up to the hype. Definitely the game of the week. Two very even teams. And I said at the top of the broadcast, we're going to break this tie for third unless we tie, and we tied.
We did tie.
And it was just a wonderful game. And everything you wanted. Good goaltending, good offense, lots of scoring chances.
And a fluky bouncer, too. The second goal for the Squirrels knuckled in on Sparks, and you could see him wave his arms. He just couldn't gather it in, and so the Squirrels were off and running and up to a 2-0 lead. But the Tall Boys battled back. They never gave up. They hustled. They got to a lot of loose pucks, and they were really just determined not to let the Squirrels get away with this.
Yeah, just when you thought the Squirrels were maybe going to take this game over, the Tall Boys were opportunistic in their pushback, and ultimately we end as we began, all tied up.
All tied up. I'll tell you, they always say a tie is like kissing your sister, but I think the Tall Boys are going to take this one today, and the Squirrels have got to be kicking themselves a little bit. They should have had this game in their opinion, but hey, the scoreboard said it's tied.
Well, you know, when you're up 2-0 in the first, and the other team doesn't take the lead till late to ultimately end up with a tie, yeah, you're going to be shaking your head. And the Tall Boys it has to feel like a win.
It has to feel, it's a big moral victory.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. We had goals by Johnny Bradford and Ed Bradford in the first period that put the Squirrels up 2-0. In the second period, it was the center, the new center for the Tall Boys, Eric Zamora.
A goal and an assist
A
today.
goal and an assist, but he put the Tall Boys back to within 1, 2-1, end of 2 periods. Third period, all hell broke loose. We had goals by Neil Conley and Josh Van Manen to put the Tall Boys up 3-2. And then TJ Fleming and Ryan Greening on a breakaway goal. Great goal by Fleming. By Fleming, and then the breakaway goal by Greening puts the Squirrels up 4-3. And then you just heard the dramatic ending as William Thomas puts one by Dave Brown with an assist by Zamora and Van Manen to tie the score at 4. And that's it. That's how we do it here at D-League Radio on our game of the week.
Yeah,
huh?
you know, and I was just thinking, shortly before that tying goal, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, there was a play where the Bradford brothers were down in the slot. I believe Ed centered it to Johnny, who got everything on it. And Sean Sparks Pipe made his best save of the day.
Without a doubt. We want to tell you one more time that today's broadcast is brought to you by the Keg Stand, 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. They are the biggest reason why we do this stuff. They are a fantastic sponsor. They have over 90 beers on tap. They have a full menu. They have a wonderful staff, great specials 7 days a week, and they're open until 2 a.m. Monday through, 7 days a week they're open.
7 days a week.
Yeah. So that's the Keg Stand in West Des Moines. Don't miss out. They are the home of D-League and the home of D-League Radio. Matt, final thoughts on this game?
Well, before I get to that, I want to finish my thoughts about our goaltender, Aaron Hinderlead. I'm not going to go in too much detail, but what I can say is that Aaron had to have emergency surgery a few days ago, and it was abdominal surgery, pretty serious. But the good news is he's doing well. He's recovering at home, but we're not going to see him on the ice for at least 6 weeks, so we're sure going to miss him. The whole D-League's going to miss him, especially my team's going to miss him. But most importantly, of course, is his health, and we wish him a speedy recovery. I hope, Aaron, you're watching this game today or listening, and because you got to see a great one.
It was a good one.
It was an incredible game.
Yeah,
it really
our
was.
thoughts go out to Aaron Hinderlead. Get well soon. All right, well, we are going to finish this up, and wow, this was an exciting one. I was happy that we were able to bring this to you on D-League Radio TV and on D-League Radio. You're going to enjoy watching the replay of this, that's for sure. Wow, I'm excited to see the replay of it myself.
I am too. We just called the game, and I can't wait to watch it. It was that good.
All right, well, we're going to send this off. For our executive producer, Rich Harms, manning the camera and manning the controls over there in the booth. I think he's spent as well. This is Matt Whips, the commissioner. I'm John Reichert, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching D-League Radio TV and listening to us on D-League Radio.